my lunch.
Me, ma.
But I'm like 5 feet away from my computer, so go ahead.
Well then we can begin. So then,
Yep.
Dungeon Master Seph, care to give us a little summary and weave us a tale?
In our story, our heroes made their way across the sea towards the foreclaimer ruined city, deep beneath an island just off the north coast. As they made their way down, they found a small tribe of kobolds who told them that they were attempting to steal the ancient war machina known as the Broken God. But they ingratiated themselves with the kobold tribe, who agreed to help them in their quest to find the crystal that would save Ardeth, and to find the foreclaimer ship known as the Ark. We go back now to the little kobold village, where our party has recently rested, and I'm just going to have to skip quickly through these until we get to the kobold lair.
Woo!
Woot.
Woo!
Ooh.
I have come to
Love it.
woo your daughter Blanche. Well, go ahead. Woo!
Ooh.
Thank you, Tim Garden, for that joke. So, the kobolds gave you a little greeting dance. They've served you out with a little food, and you're basically being allowed to have a quick rest before they continue with the mission. What are you all doing?
I would assume it's a short rest.
Yes, it's short rest.
Gosh darn it.
How strange. Spiky can't see shit.
That's strange.
Spiky has gone blind.
Now I can see the borders of the map and the grid, but I can't see.
I will
anything,
say
just
on my
blackness.
map, the potato's not there.
No,
One
the-
second.
On my map, the potato looks like...
The potato looks like a sack, so...
Yeah,
Bear with me just one moment, please.
It's
I
a
can't even
bag
see
of
the
potato.
tokens right now.
It's a bag
It
of
says you
potatoes.
can... It's there.
I think it's just that the. Oh wait, there we are. It was just taking its sweet time loading.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
internet is going very slowly today.
It probably doesn't
yeah,
help
yeah.
that Disney Plus has just been released and my housemates are downstairs watching The Mandalorian.
Ah, fair enough.
I watched the first episode. I will catch up on the rest of it later.
Well. Wait, that's the wrong voice.
No. And as for what we are doing, Holly is sitting off to the side. Actually, she moved away from the group as best, like not too far away, but she's kind of just like sitting and like meditating, and she's like whispering to herself, mouthing words silently.
Okay. Anyone else?
Squish is kind of staying possessively next to Midnight as the kobolds are probably dancing around. And she's also going to look around for some interesting shit. Like knickknacks and things like that.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Because she is just a ferret.
Because she's what?
She's a ferret.
We're just going to borrow it.
I have a really rather nice website that allows me to just randomly generate some loot. So,
Ooh.
And the tree I chose to make my
Squish.
burrito with is over
So,
here.
let's take a quick look. Roll me an investigation check.
Investigation.
You're looking for something
For
interesting.
you did notice something shiny, a little pile of refuse here, but when you have a look properly, you can't really find anything.
Maybe next time. Keep your eyes out for something interesting, Midnight. Try not to eat the little guys. They kind of like you. Hey, good boy.
Midnight kind of flicks his head from side to side happily and just nuzzles against you like,
Oh, I have you too, little guy.
okay, we've discussed this amongst ourselves. Leader step forward, basically addressing Samael. We will gladly aid you in your quest. We can take you to where the... You said you wanted...
I'm sorry, I didn't catch any of that.
You said we what?
You said you wanted to destroy the city, yes?
That's the plan.
Good. Then we shall help go. Okay. The nurse will be here momentarily. She can help us further.
Cities, people, everything succumbs to entropy. It's so beautiful and glorious. She's just saying it to herself, not like out loud, like loudly. She's saying it out loud, but not loudly. And I would like to actually roll a history check to see if her studies of death and healing and the Raven Queen have connected in any way beyond what she already knows with this city, if that's okay, if that's permittable, Seph.
Certainly.
Okay. She's been really thinking about this.
I think you have a little advantage. The Raven, your past teachings and references and research really turned up much. The foreclaimer civilization is still very, very mysterious. All you can really know for certain is that they augment their bodies in some way with technology.
And would that be a way that the presumably would be seen as profane by people who are good on death?
Not especially. They prolong their lifespans far beyond that of a regular elf.
Yeah.
But they've not managed to become immortal yet.
That's actually some information that she shares with the group. She says, "I've been thinking about what was her exact name? The
foreclaimers.
Foreclaimers. I just want to make sure I was hearing it right. She actually says to them, she says, they fear death. They use machines to prolong their lives far beyond other elves, but not to the point of immortality. They can't escape the Raven Queen, but they're trying. It's a tragic story, really.
Yeah, we figured that out.
Yes,
That they extend their lives. I mean, it's not like they used those crystals for decoration.
well, Luca kind of pipes up at this point. Well, from what I've been researching, they came to this world to escape some sort of catastrophe. So, evidently they did, in a sense, manage to escape death, just not quite as they seem to be with the crystals.
And do we know that the catastrophe didn't come from them trying to escape death? When you try to outrun death, catastrophe does often fall.
Salif has tried to tell me as much as he can, but to be honest, most of the foreclaimer knowledge was lost. It's possible this Ark has more information.
Then we should be on our way, shouldn't we?
Well, we're supposed to be waiting for someone but
As soon as possible.
of course, we should. Do you have any idea when your friend will get here? She will be here soon.
Holly folds her hands together and
I mean, the
starts
player
sitting up.
spots movement, but not necessarily Jeremiah. Jeremiah has
Hang on.
14 passive perception, so
Holly is in her own little world at the moment, so she's not noticing crap.
Why is the character
Alright.
list so far down?
Because I wasn't able to put everything in a folder in time. You can let you drag and drop stuff into the folders, wouldn't you? You can. It's not, I know.
Ooh.
then you
Alright,
get
fair enough.
Oh,
Just for your confirmation, we don't have a Lizzie tonight due to travelling.
Sounds like.
Traveling.
Yeah, I won't go into details because it's not my place to say them, but yeah, she's in the middle of transit at the moment.
Well, let's just say this
No.
then. We adore you, Lizzie, and we hope you come back soon.
Yeah, we're really hoping to have you here for next week.
because it will be fun!
Mm.
Sorry
As-
about the loudness.
As you're talking, you notice someone has arrived.
Hello.
Good evening. Holly? Yes.
Samael
And-
from before.
Holly, what are you doing here?
Do I recognize who that is?
Roll an insight check.
Yeah. Oh dear.
That's so fucking low. That's it.
What a miss.
I just hope it's not my elf.
Right, insights. Yeah, Holly, you recognise the voice, but not the appearance of this person. But it's clear that they're in some kind of disguise.
Who is it though?
Roll me a history check.
Oh. Holly just gets this look of recognition, but it's one of those half looks, like Joanna.
Oh, right, yes. She kind of steps forward a little.
Nope.
Yeah, you're still not quite sure who this is.
You'll have to forgive me. I'm a little under the weather at the moment.
Oh, yes, of course. I mean, we didn't meet.
I'm-
We only met a few times, but it's me, Dinara.
Daenerys. And what, remind me, do I know of Daenerys?
You know that she was one of the mistress's top agents
Oh,
until
right.
she left to join the Underking in fighting Lolth.
Oh. Oh, right. How? Squish.
Squish logic.
Right. How have you been? Will you come for? Will you join me in a hug?
Of course, she kind of. It's not reluctant, it's more just awkwardness. But yeah, she goes in for the hug.
She's if she knows Holly, Holly's like always like, you know, asking if it's okay to hug somebody. So, you know, hug, and she says, "How was the thing?" The thing, you know, she's like, you know, the thing, and she like moves her hands in a little like very vague spidery fashion.
Oh, you're meaning her? Yes. It's...
The thing.
Yes, things aren't going too well. The good thing is they haven't been able to find a way to rebuild the broken god, but it's still not exactly a good idea to have them in control of it.
People who try to control things beyond themselves always end up suffering. We're saving them from suffering. If you think about it, really. In the long run.
That is very true.
Would you like me to introduce you?
Oh, yes, of course.
Everyone, this is my friend Daenerys. Daenerys, am I saying it right?
Daenerys, yeah.
Daenerys. This is my friend Daenerys. Daenerys, and then she introduces each person by name.
It's a pleasure to meet you all.
The pleasure's ours.
Squish, she's trustworthy.
Oh, last time we met people like her, they hurt midnight.
Except
Remember,
for one. Remember. One
Remember,
of them was on our side.
Remember, Squish, too? For every group of people, there's another group of people that says that other group is bad. There are people who think my group is bad. There are people who think your group is bad. There are people who think Midnight is bad.
No! Just hugs her dragon.
Yeah. And she says, yes. But the important thing to remember is no one is truly bad because of what they are. And she like puts her hands, folds her hands together. People are truly bad or good because of what they do. That's something you should always remember.
The monks used to think I was bad because I was a goblin.
And I know how good you are.
They just got bored of chasing me away with water.
I think you're good. Daenerys, this is our journey to undertake. How long will you be joining us?
Well, hopefully, if we can find a way to put this city underwater, which you see seems to be the method you're planning to use, then I'll be with you until we've done that.
Then it's good to have you aboard.
Agreed. It's nice to see a friend to face after so long. Hello, Anarchy. Oh, hi, Spider Lady. It's glad to see you still have your sense of humor as well. Now, before we
Holly
get
has
going,
been absolutely invaluable in helping us along the way. Oh no, Holly, I mean, excuse me. Anarchy has been absolutely invaluable helping us along.
I can only imagine. She's learned even half of what the mistress knows, then... But no matter, we should get going.
Yes, but first, and she looks over and gestures broadly to the kobolds, thank you so much for your hospitality and for the exposure to your culture. It was magical.
We have it glad to perform for you, and we are grateful to you for dealing with the pointy ears. No offense, Dinella. It's quite alright. Yes, we should get going.
Does anyone need anything? Are we ready to go?
I was born ready to go.
The rest of you?
This is a short rest, right?
Yep.
Yeah, we counts as a short rest.
Jeremiah's no bard, so he can't play you a tune to get you healed better.
Holly's not using any
second.
spells, so how much does she gain back in a short rest?
I'm not sure. I was gonna say, for the sake of short rest, I just need to bring up the character sheet.
You
For
can
Dr.
roll
Luger.
your hit die.
Yeah, Dr. Luger allows you the Song of Rest.
What does that mean?
That means you get to roll an additional d6 whenever you roll your hit die.
Oh, I'm
Yep.
looking for my hit die and I don't see it. I'm sorry.
Are you using D&D Beyond?
Hit dice. It says 5 Hit dice D8.
It means you can
Yeah,
roll
just click.
up to 5 d8s
But a short rest lets me do 1d8.
plus your constitution. You can use as many as you like per short rest, and you also get to add an additional d6. So I would use your d6 first to see what that gives you.
Oh, whoops, sorry.
That's fine, go ahead.
There we go. 7.
And then plus your constitution modifier.
Okay. My constitution modifier is
That's the big number.
1. So
Okay.
that's perfect. I'm back to full health.
Yay.
Well, I know I feel refreshed. Let's be on our way then, everyone.
Of course. Follow me. Daenerys starts leading you through the cave until you reach this passage here. Now then, before we go any further, I'm just going to shoot everyone else has followed as well.
Dr. Luger and Anarchy need to follow, unless they want to rest lag behind.
No, they're there. Now,
I wouldn't give it up for the world.
Now, the simplest way we're going to get through is if we pretend to be prisoner and escort. But we should be careful. Foreclaimer defenses might still be active in the place we need to get to.
If necessary, I can smash it.
That's
That I don't-
concerning, to be honest.
That I don't doubt for a moment.
And sometimes things to be, and sometimes we should inspect things before we smash them. But the smashing may be necessary.
I
So it's good to have you here,
when
Jeremiah.
I said when it's necessary. I know that you don't smash everything.
And so I just got to quickly bring up something. So
I would make a reference to see, but no one from Jeremiah's tribe knows that place.
As you go through the tunnels, you actually find yourselves emerging into an old foreclaimer city.
I want to, just note that I'm trying to keep a mental map. So, what would that be? Intelligence? Nature?
Didn't quite catch what you said, Kork.
Mental map. I want to make a rough way where we're going.
Yes, you
half.
can. I'd say it's an intelligence roll.
All right. Nope. I have no idea. The twists and turns are just too twisty and turny.
In the actual cave system, yes. The streets of the old Foreclaimer city are a little easy to navigate, but again, you're not quite used to how the architecture works.
Also, I can't really read that language.
That too.
You were in a twisty little maze of passages all alike.
As you
You'd
wander
laugh. I've actually programmed something like that.
As you walk through the city, you do notice some Drow soldiers just chatting amongst themselves. Some notice you, but they see Daenerys with you, see you on their own with you, and they've kind of twigged off that you're basically prisoners.
Let's all look suitably dejected now. Very quietly spoken.
Roll performance, everyone.
Oh no.
I just picture
I'm
Squish being
actually
like,
just
I'm a prisoner!
Hi
I'll let you
there.
have it with advantage. I'll let you have it with advantage because you are with a guard essentially. So
I don't like this.
Holly and Jeremiah, you two aren't quite there, but because of the others covering for you, the Drow basically don't think anything else of it. They just think, oh, here's some more slaves to put to work.
Holly's like distracted by a particularly impressive piece of architecture, like, wow, it's gonna be the best prison.
Why are you poking me? Why are you poking me? Why are you poking me?
Oh, silent overdweller.
Oh, right.
Holly bows her head into, like, don't hit me.
Midnight is playing it up a little as well. He's hamming it up just a little bit.
Good job.
Eventually, you find your way into a unusual-looking facility. You wait in a small area with lots of glowing crystals. Essentially, it's a storage area. Checks around, makes sure there's no one there, and turns to you all. Okay, so what is it you were looking at? What else is it you're here to get?
Blank crystal. And the ark.
The glowing guy said we could have a boat.
Yes, I know where I've had a chance to study some of the layout of this place. There is an elevator further north within this facility. I'm pretty sure we'll be able to.
I would
Yes.
assume Holly would know what rudimentary elevators are, considering, would that be a correct assumption, or should I roll intelligence, or?
Roll intelligence. Well, you get advantage because you're used to a Ventralian Empire where there is some technological advantage.
Plus she's traveled, though. Don't forget she's, like, traveled.
she's
all
traveled.
around and more, so. That's a save, sorry. There it goes.
An elevator.
Yeah. You know exactly what she's talking about.
She says, and she looks over at Jeremiah and says, you step into a small chamber, and the chamber moves, or a platform, and it moves up or down so that you don't have to climb stairs. It lifts you or drops you down slowly.
The stairs are good.
Stairs, in times of war, sometimes when they're, or in advanced civilizations, they build them so that they can stay stronger and not be as tired once they get to a place.
But when the place burns, the chamber burns with it. It's your tomb.
They usually have stairs too. Yes, you don't want to get on one of those if something is burning.
So
I
we're
still don't
not
understand
putting this place on fire? I don't understand.
She says,
Stone doesn't burn, Squish.
no, she says,
Not with
okay,
that attitude.
let me show you like this. She puts two fingers down like their feet, like a little hand person, and on the flat of her other palm, and she says, you walk on, and then it goes up or down, and then you walk off.
I just hope it doesn't fall.
Depends on the architecture, but they probably wouldn't keep it working if it made everybody. I've never been hurt on them. Let's get going.
Sounds like a magic machine, anyway.
Well, follow me. Daenerys begins to lead you all down the corridor.
Looks like they're walking through the wall because of the mud.
Sometimes it's magic, Jeremiah. Sometimes it's dwarven works.
Ah, physics.
Yes, I
believe
believe
they
it's
call that.
Anarchy. You make your way through. But Daenerys warned you all to try to keep quiet.
Stay close in.
So,
The silent game.
Yeah,
roll stealth.
not quite yet.
Only once we come into range of their hearing.
Can we see these little cubby holes? Or is they
Yes.
covered in the wall?
Yes, you can see it, and you can see row upon row of what look to be statues.
Well, if necessary, we can hide as one.
Squish is gonna have a look at some of these statues. One thing.
Investigation.
Is there anything shiny that could be pilfered from them?
You can see crystals in them.
Squish.
Ah, what?
We have to keep moving.
I'm coming. She's like miming walking forward, and then she's gonna clamber onto the near statue and steal the crystal.
She's doing the big steps, like with a big smile on her face. The big
I would like
slipping its
you
place.
to roll me a dexterity check, please.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Dexterity. As you reach to grab the crystal, the statue starts to whir. You hear strange sounds coming from inside it.
Oh no.
As you awaken one of the sentinels,
Congratulations.
and I would like everyone to roll initiative.
I didn't mean to do that.
Jeremiah was worried and nearby, so
1 second to ring up.
so surprise round.
Yeah, you could have a surprise round. Yes, that's very weird because I got to set all these up.
Ooh, look at
Ollie.
Ollie.
Oh god.
The initiative on my screen just disappeared.
Yeah, don't know why that happened. Sorry. 1 second, there we go. You gotta bear with me because I got to just add their health and get their character sheets open.
Squish is not intelligent.
I
We are
didn't
so-
get to stop you, so
Squish, we are so grateful for your help.
She says through gritted teeth.
Oh, crap.
Now we know that there is danger here.
thing is I can't intimidate them.
So I have to bear with for 1 second. The character sheet just pulled it up for some reason.
What the fuck? Sentinel hit
Ah, there we go.
44?
No, it should be. It's not 44.
It reads 44.
How can
Point
you?
Sentinel, hit points 44.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
seeing
just
44
ignore. Just
also.
ignore that. Just ignore that. Like I say,
Just
Just
ignore
really,
that. That's what they all say, and then you suddenly
no, it
say
doesn't have
32.
44. It does not have 44 hit points. The roll
No,
20
it has,
playing.
it has doubled that amount because
No, roll
through
20.
the party.
Roll 20 is just being playing silly buggers at the moment. Now I'm gonna put on some music.
So, someone said you're not going. We're going to enjoy what is coming our way. So you understand? You hopefully understand that I'm a little.
I know.
disgusting.
Like I said, roll 20 buggered up. For some weird reason, it decided the character sheet wasn't filled in spite of the fact I set it as an NPC. And that's basically what happened. So you bear with me, I'll just get initiative for these guys. Yeah, it's... Roll 20 just decided to play silly buggers and messed up a wee bit.
It turns out one of them has 44 hit points.
No, but
I'm going to come over, ignore quarantine, and smack you in the head.
no, there's none of them have 44. Now just got to roll initiative for...
Quickly, you change one of them to 43.
Yeah, none of them have
No.
44. They all have higher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's sturdy robots that
Honest,
don't like to
no,
be
no,
touched.
seriously, honestly, that was roll 20 buggering up.
No, I believe you.
We believe you, we're just teasing.
You can wait, we're just leaving you with that. Not one of them might not have that amount or more.
Okay, first up in battle, Holly.
Yes.
What you going to?
Holly is going to, yell to or not yell, but like call to everyone, with still in like a stage to whisper, back down the corridor. And she's going to go 6. I think I can go.
Yep, you can go 6.
3, 4, 5, and So I would be on this. I mean, I assume I can't get on the same token as Jeremiah.
No, you
right?
can't go on the same spots.
Look, Holly, as much as I like company,
So she's gonna stop
this
here.
is not the time for hugs. Sorry.
And she is like putting her hands up to, because she is thinking that maybe these things won't attack. So, but she knows she can't reason with automatons, so she's not even. So she's actually not going to do anything that round. Except she's trying to get everybody to say, run down the corridor, back down the corridor.
And that's your turn?
Yep.
Okay. Next up is Daenerys. She looks back and starts making her way back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And she is going to quickly take a look at the situation. And she's going to whisper, say something in a language you don't recognize.
Latu Barada. No.
Clavda Barada Nikto. Something like that.
Yeah, probably.
Klaatu Barada Nictor.
Klaatu Barada Nikto. That's it.
Yes, it is from the day the Earth Celestial originally.
Yeah.
As she says this, the Sentinels all take a step back and return to their resting status.
So, don't touch the crystals.
Squish.
Not on the Sentinels, no.
I appreciate your curiosity, but we're all playing the no-touch quiet game until such time as Daenerys tells us we can investigate our surroundings. Remember, we're supposed to be prisoners.
Okay.
But it was very good of you to explore your curiosity.
Squish just kind of waddles forward with her head down.
Don't be ashamed. You wanted to know what was going on.
No, I wanted to steal a shiny thing.
One day, the curiosity will get unfortunately get better.
How about this, Squish? Consider this. She kneels down a little bit, bends her knees and says, you keep track of how many shiny things you don't take, and I'll make sure you get more than that number of shiny things when I have the chance. There's a lot of shiny things nearby me, where I am most of the time. Would you like to have more shiny things?
I do like shiny things, yes.
Well, then why don't you keep track, and you count each one, and then when you get to a safe place, I'll give you more than that. Does that sound fair?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay. I'm grateful for you being here with us. And then she gets up and walks over to Daenerys.
She walks past, Squish is pointing at the shiny crystals, going 1, 2, 3.
Roll an intelligence check.
Oh, you know, right? Squish can't count that high.
You think that might
Let's
have been
just
part of Holly's
say-
calculations?
Let's just say you can't count that high, but you realise waking all of these things up would have been a very bad idea.
Oh. Squish has had a learning moment.
Daenerys continues to lead you down the passageway until she gets to about there.
Sometimes Squish needs a little extra guidance. She says very quietly to Daenerys.
I can see that.
I think I've got the situation under control for now.
I'd like everyone to roll stealth checks, please.
You totally know how stealthy a barbarian can be, right?
Mm-hmm.
Extremely
Hey,
stealthy.
Yes!
Don't say that. Haraga's pretty dang stealthy.
As I said, extremely stealthy.
Two nat ones. Luckily, they're not the ones we're fighting.
Oof.
At least it's not disadvantage.
Yep. Midnight's claws are making a little bit of a loud clacking noise as you're making your way down corridors, but nothing out of the ordinary.
Oh.
So playing the quiet game.
You can kind of hear conversations in Undercommon coming from this room and this room.
Are we passing by a table full of swords and stuff?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's right where next to it's right next
Oh,
to Midnight.
Yeah, I'd say that's they kind of lay down on the floor more than on a table.
Suddenly it's gonna be like Umi Zoomies, and Holly's gonna be like, "Quickly, Squish, how many swords can you count?"
Yeah, you look around, you see Squish reaching for one, and then like putting her hand away, going, "No, no, no. 1, 2."
How many?
This
how
point-
many- Yeah.
Daenerys looks between the group and says, "So you need a blank crystal."
That's right. It's urgent and imperative that we have one.
Well, the storeroom isn't too far from here. But the question is getting to where the control system for the self-destruct is. That's going to be a difficult option.
Let's start with the blank crystal, since it doesn't work if we don't have that.
Of course. Follow me. And I would like whoever's following Daenerys to roll a stealth check, please.
Holly is definitely going to be following along.
Yep, Samael as well.
Squish will stay here because she's still trying to cut the swords.
Okay. If you could please give me stealth checks, please.
I'm trying.
And a big no whammy style.
I'm trying. Hold on. My computer's going slow. There we go.
Okay. You all make your way further down, so you reach this room here. Daenerys opens the door carefully, and you find yourself in a room full of crystals, just the right size, similar size to the one you found in the wreck in the marsh.
How many are there?
There's a fair few.
Okay, so Daenerys says, Holly says to Daenerys, do you think it would be a good idea for all of us to take one?
It's up to you, though.
If something goes wrong, we might need extras, and I would hate to have to come back here.
Well, if your plan goes ahead, you won't be able to come back here.
If we succeed.
I would grab as many as you can, but just be careful. Can anyone who's taking a look roll me an investigation check, please?
Best. Those are pure numbers. No additives.
Holly, you're not. All you can really see are crystals, but Samael, you notice that some are broken, cracked, aren't the best quality, but you managed to find about 4 or 5 high quality intact crystals.
How big are they, though?
I would say they're about the size of I'd say 6-inch dagger, around about that size.
Oh, okay.
6 inches.
And Holly says, I propose we all take some so that we can have extras.
There's only 5 there that would be any good.
Oh. Okay, I assume Daenerys tells her that because she didn't notice.
Yeah, Daenerys tells you. Well, no, you've. Samael tells you that because.
Okay. I wasn't
You
sure if he
mentioned
actually said anything about it. Okay.
Okay.
Then
Grabs
let's
them, pockets
fun.
them first.
You hold on to those, Samael. If we need to run, you're probably the fastest. Outside Anarchy.
Daenerys leans down and motions for the rest of the party to follow you down this corridor.
And Holly motions in turn and puts her fingers to her lips like,
Okay. You all start.
The last to go.
You all start making your way down the corridor. It's fairly quiet in here. Not too much going on. But you continue to make your way down till you find yourself in this wide cavern-like area.
Jeremiah points to the this thing. This the elevator.
First off, I'd like you all to roll stealth checks, please.
come on.
You lost that regardless of stealth.
Oh, yeah.
Big money, no whammy, stop!
I just rolled a nat 1 on a skill
As
check.
yeah,
Both.
Squish,
Good
you
area.
Midnight did 3! Oh my god!
you and Midnight
You didn't
both
trip
trip over
step on
some
Midnight's
crystals, and you suddenly hear voices in undercovers. These 2 guards rush in. They look at Daenerys, and one of them asks something.
Oh no, we're prisoners! Ah! Midnight, you're squishing me.
Holly just starts coughing pitifully.
You seem to notice this one kind of look a little bit more relaxed and just. He seems to be chuckling to himself. And he just looks to the other one and indicates to him to both go back down the corridor. Oh, that has not gone well.
What happened? What did you tell them?
I told them I was taking you to go and see her.
Her?
Lolf.
Oh no, that won't work.
We're going to have to do that anyway if we want to get to the self-destruct mechanism.
Well, how big can she be?
Very.
She's dangerous.
I'm not looking forward.
Come along, let's get going. Come on over, dwellers. Stop lollygagging.
She's coughing as she goes, stumbling a little like she's worn down.
For some reason, Samael isn't following.
Nah. You enter into what seems to be a forge area.
Well,
And here you see some very thick, heavy metal doors. Similar to the ones you saw throughout the ruins.
oh yes, in order to get through to everything, we need to get through that set of doors.
That's not going to be a problem. Daenerys continues to lead you to the doors and gently knocks. It takes a few moments before they swing slowly open, and you notice a Drow woman sat on a throne, flanked by 2 warriors. She motions for you to be brought forward.
Holly's bowing her head and being completely meek. She's like folding her hands together, lowering her head, affecting a very meek demeanor.
As you all enter the
Performatively.
room, the doors close again. And the Drow woman looks at you all in turn and chuckles softly. More overdwellers. Welcome, my friends.
Hi.
You do
Holly
not
stays
bow,
silent.
except for... Oh no, you bow, you show the appropriate respect.
Oh, Squish is just kind of cowering down. She does not like this at all.
No, Holly is bowing down.
Yeah, but Squish is kind of cowering.
I am Ishira Dinara. I have the honor of being Lady Loth's avatar. Tell me, what brings overdwellers into an elven city?
And captured.
You would not have been captured if you were not already trespassing in my city.
Tourism.
Holly.
Rolling deception here. Nope.
Yeah, roll deception. She looks at you with a very wry look on her face.
And then that's when Holly like chimes in at that point and says, "Our barbarian friend is ashamed. We were attacked at sea. Great avatar. We came to this island and have faced nothing but misfortune since. But for the graciousness of your presence and your magnanimity. Sorry.
I would like everyone to roll perception, please.
There's one thing I'm decent at. I said decent, not good.
Squish is all.
Samael? Samael?
Gotta find it.
I'll do one for Luger as well.
Yeah, and I assume that there's literally no point in persuasion.
Squish and Luger, you notice Dinara is tensing slightly. Holly, roll persuasion.
Oh, I see. I thought I was just doing it like I didn't realize it would be a persuasion attempt. I was just kidding around, but I'll do it.
Oh, you can roll persuasion if you want.
But
You're
she was
trying.
really
You're
saying-
trying. You're
She was
trying
really.
to.
Sorry, go ahead.
Right. I mean, you're trying to persuade them that
+1.
Jeremiah's just an
Yeah.
idiot.
So it's 22.
Smile. Ishira smiles. You have quite the silver tongue, my dear. It is a rare gift.
So is the power to grant life and freedom.
Life and freedom. You come to the Drow talking of your freedom.
I make.
I didn't quite catch that.
You okay, D? I think
D,
we
is
have
it
lost
now?
her mic.
Hello.
There you are.
Hello.
Yeah, we lost you for a minute.
Oh, she said you were the one in power. We make no request.
You clearly are not familiar with my people, are you?
How familiar is how familiar is
Roll
Holly?
history check.
Yeah, because
Yeah, you're not leaving this place.
oh, she knows. She says no. She says familiar as much as any stranger can be to another culture that we respect.
Well, it should prove interesting. I have never taken tieflings for slaves before.
She bows her head and like bites her tongue and like you could I would there's no hiding it. The word slavery gets met with like the venomous look on her face, even though she's trying to look down and hide it.
Roll perception, please, everyone.
That word slavery just like shuts Holly down.
Yeah. Squish, Jeremiah, you've noticed Daenerys move closer to this guard.
Holly, meanwhile, is looking down with utter disgust and despair on her face.
Jeremiah's
not
hands
worry.
are sliding to his side, so he's.
I would not worry, my dear. You will not be given to the common slave pits. You will be my personal. How can I put this delicately?
You're wanting
Negotiate.
to make her your pet. Just say it.
My dear, you are all my pets.
I was a pet
What did she?
once.
What was
That
said? I
fun.
couldn't hear it.
You are all my pets now.
Cold step back.
Holly is looking away and like just like has a dark expression on her face. She's thinking.
You suddenly notice Daenerys dash forward and draw two short swords, ramming both of them into Ashira's chest.
Oh, nice.
Squish is going to dart past Anarchy and try and help.
It's I want you to roll a medicine check, please.
Help kill her,
Sorry.
not save her.
Yeah, even with natural one, she looks dead, and she is dead.
Oh, jeez.
Well,
In that case, how is this guy reacting? Is he reaching for his sword?
The two guards are just dumbfounded when all of a sudden this one just goes, "You treacherous bitch!"
And at
Get the
at
guards!
that point,
Get the guards!
Holly.
With that-
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I'd
Yeah,
like
let's-
everyone to roll initiative, please. I'll bring
Yay!
up the necessary.
Yeah,
Come on.
would say before the fight starts.
Ooh, I'm doing well.
Oh,
What
so you all
was
get
the
surprise
order?
round. Just gonna say you all get surprise rounds, by the way.
There.
well,
We need to clear the last one.
Oh yeah, he's clear it. Yep. Sorry. Right. There we go.
oh great.
Apologies.
Now I lost my 13.
I got a 23.
Well,
I
time
got
to
a
try
rock.
again. And it's obviously way worse.
Ah,
We should be able to put the 13 in the
yeah, I should.
list, right?
Well, let's get back
I
to
go.
13 then.
My rolls didn't come on for some reason.
Yes. Playing silly buggers again. He's on. Yeah, I think roll 20's having issues at the minute.
Yeah, I think so.
There's just
Tell
so
me-
many people
Tell me
online.
something new.
change music again.
Let's go to action. I mean, Jeremiah was half tempted to just jump ahead and
You can do.
kill Mommy himself, so...
Oh, he's... No, she's already dead.
Yeah, it was
I
ready.
picture her hanging off the swords.
Yeah, so...
Is anyone... Is everyone having problems rolling initiative?
Not me,
I've,
I was able to roll.
I rolled
got-
I've ruled there, I just need to be added to the turn order.
I've got 17
Right,
and I'm
one
not there either.
second. A turn.
Had you clicked your avatars before?
A turn.
No, it's a silly question.
A
yeah,
turn.
I might have clicked onto it.
A turn. I think I've added. No, Jeremiah doesn't need one. Squish, Holly, Samael, Midnight have all added turns.
And it's disappeared on me.
No, that's me. Sorry,
You're just doing this all by yourself. I'm editing me. Well, now Jeremiah's back to 7.
There we go.
Just
Right. Okay, can everyone enter
their initiative, please.
Yeah, please.
Huh?
Everybody, please enter their initiative. Ollie,
Enter. How enter? What do you mean?
you
Click
click
on
the big
zero
zero.
next to your name and type in what you got, and then hit enter.
I'm not
Yeah,
seeing
voice
it.
needs.
Sorry.
On the
Scroll
turn order.
down.
Scroll down.
Scroll down. It's the 4th to the last.
Oh,
My
There it is.
23 is still showing on mine, but there's also a 0.
Yeah.
Ignore the
Oh,
zero.
sorry about that. Sorry about that. Right, everyone's in. Yeah, I think Roll20's buggering about a bit. Okay, let's
oh, there
start
it is.
with
Okay.
Samael.
Alright, let's see what I can do. Going to cast Sacred Flame in his.
Okay, who are you aiming at?
I'm gonna aim it at Red Boy here.
Red. So he needs to beat Dex save. No, 1 second. 14 it beats it, I'm afraid, so he only takes 1 damage. Yep, okay. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
That's all I got for the moment.
Okay, next up is Squish.
Squish is going for this guy's kneecaps.
Okay.
So, 11. Doesn't hit.
Let's see, does 11 hit? I'm afraid it does not.
Okay. Attack again. 17.
That hits.
Using a key point for flurry of blows.
Yep.
Poke. Poke.
Yeah, so let's see, it's 7, 11. Yeah, you basically just pummel him into the ground.
Did I kill him?
Yep.
Just basically knock a knee out and then just slam his face. Okay, fair enough. Monks are overpowered.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you'd like to do?
It's just gonna kind of look around and go, ah, they're squishy.
Next up, Holly.
Holly goes 1. I assume I can run past Squish.
Yep.
2, 3, to come up alongside and to say, it might not be your time if you surrender immediately.
Roll charisma.
Persuasion might not be.
Persuasion, sorry. Sorry.
Yep. We're persuading them to drop.
+1.
Right, so that's 14. Just roll charisma for him. That'd be wisdom, wouldn't it?
Of course, wisdom would tell him to do it.
Yeah.
You weren't wise. No, he's not
He
wise.
he rolled a 19, and you know, I'm gonna allow it. He just steps back and takes his hand off his sword. I don't know why you did this, but you're not going to gain anything from it.
And then Holly looks over at Daenerys, because I assume that combat is over for the moment.
Yeah, combat's over.
Holly looks over with a sad expression to Daenerys, and then back to the soldier, like, do we kill him? But she doesn't say anything.
Daenerys just gently reaches forward to stroke the cheek of Ashira, and then looks at the guard. I'm going to use
She's letting Daenerys decide.
I give you a simple option. Will you help us destroy this place? Why would I want to do that?
Because, and Jeremiah steps closer, otherwise you end up like your friend.
Roll intimidation.
I'm not trying to intimidate.
Well, you kind of did passively.
That's true. Intimidation. Wisdom? Yeah, he just nods. Yes. Alright, I know where the self-destruct is. I will set it for 20 minutes. That will give you enough time to get to the elevator and to do what needs to be done.
This feels weird being the voice of sense here, but can we trust them?
Roll an insight.
Insight.
17. Yeah, you can't see this guy's face, but you can hear in his voice. He's just utterly dejected at what's just happened.
So he's just gonna give him a little eye and look down to the look down to this guy and then look back up to that guy. You know,
Sorry about that, guys. I had someone at the door, so I apologize. I missed out on it.
That's alright.
Yeah.
We just scared red guy shitless.
No, I will make sure no one else leaves this place.
Let's just make one thing certain, just so she doesn't start to move again. And, yeah. The corpse gets a little bit of a hit with a hand axe, just to make certain she doesn't move.
Was that absolutely necessary?
Desecration.
I've seen what corpse can do.
Well, so have I, Jeremiah.
Yes, and sometimes they decide to play a little trick.
That happens to be my mother.
Jeremiah, there's like 2 giant holes in her chest. She's very dead.
Alright, you know what, yeah, I won't do that.
You already did.
Look, I will go and deal with the self-destruct. To get to the elevator, go out into the forge, head north, and you will find the path in a crystal. That will take you to the way out. With that, he makes his way back into this room here.
Quick, someone bar the door. It's just joking.
Daenerys looks to Holly and just shakes her head. My mother died a long time ago. Second that
Holly
thing.
nods.
Second that thing took her over.
That's why the evil ends here.
Agreed.
Did you all tie up the guy?
No, he's gone to activate self-destruct, so...
Oh,
We need
no,
to
he agreed?
buy-
He agreed to help?
yeah, he agreed to help.
Yeah. Scare him a little bit.
We best make our way to the elevator.
And then, oh, she's taking the body?
Oh god, you're right,
damn
you're
it.
right!
I was like, Dark! Here is your queen!
Where is your queen now?
To be well,
Daenerys-
I can't really say much. I had undead kobold backpack, so
Well, we could have played Weekend Bernie, yeah.
Daenerys leads you up to this small room here. And as you all gather, you notice on the floor strange glowing before
So this
Is that-
is an elevator. Looks magic.
as you notice the light getting brighter, you seem to vanish into nothingness as you arrive in a large circular room.
More like a teleporter. Is everyone here?
Everyone but Anarchy. Anarchy is with you though, just it didn't bring her across for some reason.
Anarchy, where are you?
Hang on.
what happened? Where are we?
That
As-
was the elevator.
Felt more like a.
It's just a teleporter. This is the actual elevator itself.
So this is the elevator.
I just thought it was fancy.
As
Holly, now is not the time for square dancing.
you notice these lights start coming through, but you can't quite make out what's on the rest of the platform in front of you.
Gosh, that's right.
Holly like moves past
It's a strategically placed
Hello?
shadow.
Midnight and if she can, and like heads out first. It's all right. I've got this.
Luga nods, just goes, "It's all right. This is probably the cargo elevator. This should take us straight to where they're keeping the Ark."
Escargot, what's
gonna
this
kill-
got to do with the snails?
Snail. You step on, and I just need to reveal the area, more of the area. Sorry, 1 second.
Feels like stone.
As you get
And
on,
it can move.
you hear a slight creaking noise as large settings in the wall, large cogwheels, start making the platform descend slowly.
Ugh.
Actually, ascend slowly.
That's not the place to water. Water flows to the ground.
Well, we did go
Right.
underground a bit.
As
Yeah, but water flows down.
as the elevator continues on its way upwards, you get a sense that you're getting closer to the surface.
Just hope there's nothing terrible awaiting us at the top.
I would like
There could be
everyone
opportunities.
to roll me a perception, please.
Those bright lights don't help.
Perception.
Samael and Squish, you can hear something moving far above. You can hear something moving above you.
Oh no. Something's up there. The ground is moving and it's taking us to something. Ah!
Wait, you don't mean this, you mean something up there is moving?
The ground is moving and something up there is moving. Everything is moving.
And she kind of like moves her hands downward, like in a like calm department. She says, "Everyone stand ready."
Squish is on the floor holding on to the platform. the floor is moving. Squish does not like it. And now
As
the music's changed.
The elevator reaches the top. You notice. 1 second. At the top of the chamber, a doorway, which slowly opens up,
Oh dear.
and through it steps a very large war machina.
Oh no.
It's a trap.
From the shadows, you hear a voice you just heard speak. You didn't really think I didn't have a plan in case anyone tried that, did you? As you realize Lolf is speaking to you all.
Squish has no idea what's going on, but the player is going, oh shit.
Holly is like shaking with disgust.
Well, I mean, the new dress suits you well.
I didn't touch any shiny things this time, I promise.
You may have killed my body, my avatar. But the Titan here, he's one of the foreclaimer's little toys I managed to acquire.
Just like any other toy it can break.
I would like everyone to roll initiative, please.
Whoops, I hadn't clicked my avatar, so...
It's alright. I need
What?
to
Just wait for him to get the turn order up there.
1 second. Yep.
Oh!
Fine. Clear it. Sorry, I keep. I am not doing well tonight. Sorry, everyone.
You know what? Rerolling. That gives me a way better initiative.
I'm not going to complain because I am literally.
I gotta find that clip. Oh, Jared doing a Final Fantasy run. And ran into the war mech.
Just give me 1 second, I need to add some information into the circles. As you look, the Titan starts to look around the group. I would like anyone who's paying attention to roll a perception check, please.
Holly is paying a lot of attention because she knows she's been around dwarves before.
I might have been standing a little bit too close.
Yeah, anyone who's looking at this thing, this is a very, very, very big machine. It's roughly 30 feet tall.
And does it have the big purple gem like the picture?
Yes, it does.
Well,
Well,
I wonder what happens if we took that out.
Now I just need to quickly roll a d8.
Oh no.
Squish. The Titan turns to look at you, and you notice the gem start glowing.
Oh no. Is it charging its laser?
Maybe it is.
Dr. Luger moves to the side and, wasting no time, Burn casts Shatter at level 4. Just behind it. And that's, let's see,
It's critical damage to a construct.
That's good to know. So that'd be double, wouldn't it?
I think it's crit. I might have a. Let me double check.
So good luck, yeah.
A creature made of inorganic metal such as stone, crystal, or metal has disadvantage on its saving throw. So it's
Oh, that's very handy. Because let's see if it can make it first. It's 14 Constitution.
Yeah, I was playing
I'd
a
say
game, DM
meets
board,
it, beats it, but yeah, it takes.
Still 11.
1 second. It's 9, 13.
That's 22 divided by 2.
No, it has disadvantage on the saving throw, so.
Yeah, but you have a 14. It has to meet a 14, isn't it?
It's true.
Still, I'm taking the 22. I mean, I'm not.
I'll let you have the 22.
It's big, it's strong and scary. It's also very hairy.
oh, and
Next
one
up.
quick thing, I am not in the turn order.
Right. You'll have to.
I have a 4.
Right, 1 second.
Yeah, Holly doesn't
I
get
mean,
to go
if
for a
all
while.
goes well, Holly doesn't have to do anything.
Oh,
1
I'm
second.
sure.
Holly, a turn. No, that's a 4.
Mhm.
Hopefully I can just drag you. There we go. Right, next up, Daenerys. She draws her short swords, and as she does so, she drags them across her arms.
Ooh.
And as she does that, I just need to check this. You see. Did I actually choose? You see the air around her blades start to fill with mist as the air temperature drops.
Well,
And she takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's all she can do. Next up, Midnight.
Okay. Midi is first. Midi is gonna head just in front of Samael.
Yep.
He's gonna go. "Ah!" And then he's gonna do this.
Okay, so that's a DC 11 Dex saving throw, so. Yeah, he fails it, so that's 14 damage.
Okay.
The acid splashes towards it and starts corroding the armor. But this thing was designed to take much more punishment than that.
And then Midi is going to retreat.
Next up, Samael.
Oh fuck! I could really use Icewind right now. If you want to know how I'm feeling right now, just watch the beginning of that Pro Jared video I sent you. All right. Going to cast Spiritual Weapon, and hopefully a 24 hits.
24 does hit.
Casted at level 2. And it's gonna be the axe as before.
Okay, so I just need to find the axe for you.
Just put it in the compendium under magical items or something.
I was just finding the token for it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just use it with the token. You can hypothetically set it to be a character, an NPC.
Okay, so okay, you got your access, Samael. Can you roll? That's 10 force damage.
Yep.
The axe spins and whirls and damages the armor again, but yeah, this thing is tough. This is a tough thing, tough construct.
Well, after that, Sam's going to strategically retreat to the edge here.
Okay, next up, Jeremiah.
Rage against the machine.
Okay.
Let me just see if I can find something that is really. Yeah, let's go with that.
Mm-hmm.
Steps to here.
Mm-hmm.
Great axe. I suppose 12 doesn't hit.
No, 12 does not hit.
Second story, 17.
Does not hit.
I think I got lucky.
You fucking piece of shit.
Next up,
Okay.
Squish.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, is it for...
Hang on.
Yep.
Frenzy.
Okay.
And that's a frenzy that's going
Yeah,
to
that
not
doesn't...
work. Already
hit.
putting that on Jeremiah, so just so that it's certain that I don't miss the level of exhaustion.
Okay. Next up, Squish.
Alrighty then. Is it still looking at me with its gluey gem?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
You can try using your sling against the gem.
Yeah, I have a plan. First off, I want to literally do that. It's my first thing I want to try.
Okay. I'm afraid that misses.
Okay. Now, I want to try and aim for its eye and see how it reacts.
Okay. So I'm afraid your shot just pings off the armor.
Did it react as it hit near the eye?
It has not reacted, no.
Okay. Squish
Anything
is
else you...
going to hop on Midnight's back
Yep.
and then use a key point for patient defense. I think it's patient defense. You expect to take a dodge action as a boost action. Ah, never mind. It's not what I thought it was.
Okay.
Okay.
Next up, Holly.
You right there, D?
The
You were muted.
Oh dear.
hang on.
Okay, we lost our
We
lead.
lost that. Yeah.
Give her a second.
Yeah.
It's not like we don't have the time.
Nope.
So you say this thing is about 30 feet tall
Yes.
and is made of metal or stone?
It is made of metal.
Okay.
As if
Yeah.
the ping didn't help.
Too bad Jurnis isn't here. She could heat up that metal.
I mean, Jeremiah might decide to try something really, really stupid. After all, the shaft has a little bit of space around it.
Hey.
I suppose.
You can certainly try. But bear in mind, this thing is a
heavy.
siege weapon. This thing's a siege weapon, so...
I have an idea that I want to try. It'll probably go horribly wrong, but we'll see.
I miss my fireballs. And my cone of cold. Just think about it. I could do like a 1-2 punch.
Welcome to a martial class.
Oh, I could. Well, if it actually works, heat it up with like 3 fireballs, then throw a cone of cold at it, and let
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Hi, D.
Hello, everyone.
Dee, before you act, I'd like you to roll a perception, please.
I would love to. Unfortunately, I'm back to let you know that my entire internet just shut off,
Right. I'll...
and I would like to participate, but
Right,
Well,
no,
if you'd
no
like,
worries,
we
I
can
can...
just describe things to you over Discord, and you can say what you want to do. And if the DM is
that's-
applicable,
yeah, I
we
can-
control you.
acceptable. I'm trying to
Yeah.
log back in as we speak, but for now, if that's cool, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no worries, well, because your character sheet's on Roll20, so I can take control if need be.
Looks like I might be back. Coming.
It looks like her computer's turning on, so her Discord automatically logged in back to the voice chat. This is what happened to me last night, or Sunday night.
Ah.
And now Dee's gone again.
Hopefully
I
we'll
will
be...
use this tiny pause to run downstairs and get myself a drink.
You all have no idea how long I've been waiting and sitting on this encounter.
Test. Can y'all hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
Yes.
Okay, I'm back on fire. The entire internet. Oh, and look, there's the monster. Okay, so where am I now?
You're still in the
are-
center of the lift.
You're there.
Could you roll me a perception, please?
Got it.
Why do I suddenly feel like I'm fighting a wily machine?
I'll have to show you all the video that inspired this monster.
Can you guys hear me okay now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes.
Okay, I was trying to roll and it was being goofy. Hold on, I'll try one more time. My internet is bad or something. I don't know what's going on. There it is.
You probably are using
Right. Holly, you feel a strange tugging at your side. as you realise that the magic sword you got from Captain Falkrin seems to be trying to tell you something.
Am I able to draw it? Or do I have to wait for my turn, or?
No, you can draw the sword.
is
It's
your
turn as well, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So,
She draws the sword because I had planned if that hadn't happened, her actual move was going to be to pull the sword out and say, "Oh, time to see if I really can."
okay, so what are you going to do?
Well, what are you trying to say?
A way to activate top.
It's up to you. You can try and... I'd say if you try and listen to the sword, you would have to use it as a bonus action. And it would be an insight check.
Whoever.
Okay. With a 21, the spirit in the sword starts speaking to you. And I need to check my notes very quickly for this.
That's fine.
Ajanraf's voice rings in your head. It says, "My dear, normal weapons will not be effective against this creature. Only magical weapons can harm it."
Oh great, let me just use Squish's magical fists.
To be fair, a couple of levels time,
True.
you do get them.
And she just says back, "Good to know." And she says, "Good to know." And is there time for me to yell out?
Yes, that's free action.
And she says, "Only magic works."
Great.
Switch to special weapons.
My fists are rather magical.
And is
To be
that my whole
fair-
turn?
Yeah, no, you got a turn. You've still got your action.
Oh, okay.
And Jeremiah, did you forget you've got that magical axe?
I didn't really think of it as magical. I just thought of it as very, very big.
No, I gave you all magical I gave you, Holly, and Anarchy magical items because I knew this would come up.
And she takes a swing,
Okay.
and I'm going to see if I did this all correctly.
11. You lunge for it, but you don't manage to quite hit it. You kind of just scrape along the surface.
Oh, gracious, I'm learning.
Titan looks around at the targets in front of it and swings its maul fist. So probably it's the size of a maul.
Fun.
22.
Boom.
The maul comes swinging towards Jeremiah
Okay, hits.
and does 1 bludgeoning damage.
Well, he's raging.
Yeah, so that cancels it. You basically, you do like him. I was trying to remember which episode of Bleach it is, where Ichigo just catches this massive hammer in his hand, and it's just like that, basically.
I was thinking more of one of those classic action movie gut shots that's followed by a recipient of the gut shot smiling.
Yeah.
You just made me angry.
Luga is frankly freaking out a little. She knows she's never seen a foreclaimer war mech this big before.
Well, she won't have to see for long. We are lucky.
And frantically, she casts Shatter again, burning both of her level 3 spell slots. That'd be 21 with a con.
And he does it with disadvantage.
Yep. So he takes the full
There's
21 damage from that shatter as
Nice.
it slams into the ground behind him.
Well, there's a little bit of a crack now.
Next up is Daenerys. She moves a little closer. Takes smooth a short sword. And another.
Excuse me, my goodness.
She has advantage on both. Only one hits, so that's. Ooh, that's a good combo, and I forgot I'd had. To be honest, I kind of didn't have time to set up a character sheet, so I'm just going with the actual default Drow one. So that's 19. And she gets 1d6 frost damage. So that's, let's see, 21, 22. And that's her turn. Next up, Midnight.
Okay. So, with Squish on his back, Midnight is going to fly up in the air. First, he's going to do this. So, he is going to fly up 30 feet,
Yep.
and he's going to go here. He's recharged his breath weapon, so he's going to use that.
Okay. That's 14. I'm just going to do the dex. Yeah, that definitely hits.
Nice. Okay. I would say that thing has reached, so MIDI is... So he was here. He is now 40... He's now 50 feet in the air, with Midnight on, with Squishy on his back.
Yeah.
The question is how high is the ceiling?
The ceiling's about... just come up to about 50 feet.
So brushing the ceiling. I just hope it can't reach us.
Next up, Samael.
Back a little.
Alright. Alright, give me a second. Well, hopefully it'll work again. Never mind.
And for your action? Spiritual weapons bonus action.
Alright, so... Yeah, that's clearly within 60 feet. So... Sacred Flame, and, it's easily gonna beat that, isn't it?
Now, let's see.
Dex save.
Nope,
Oh, thank
it
goodness.
hits.
It rolled that 0 and that 1.
Okay, so that should be double damage actually, so I'll take number 9 off. Yet, you're not doing too bad against this thing.
Whew. Alright then. And that's all I got.
Okay, next up, Jeremiah.
Still raging.
Okay,
And the Master Axe misses.
okay.
And
Actually, no, you have advantage, so yeah. 21 definitely hits. So that's 14.
14?
Yeah,
No.
14.
I'm counting.
Oh,
Six-
yeah, sorry, 16.
Because still raging.
16 Rage.
And yeah, that's all I can do right now.
Okay, next up, Squish.
Okay. Squish. If the DM is kind, will use her acrobatics to jump onto the thing's head.
You can do an acrobatics check, please.
Come on. 15.
Yeah, you managed to land square on the top of its head.
Excellent.
Nice work.
I am now going to pull out that ugly dress that you forced Squish to wear, and I'm going to put it over the thing's head to blind it.
Nice.
It
you
was a
can
very
certainly
nice
try. Like you try a dexterity check.
Oh dear.
You actually can't fit it over its head.
Well, can I like shove it in its eye holes? Just basically cover it. Just cover its face.
You can try.
Oh,
I'll
dear.
let you have another dex check on that.
Just basically, I want to try and blind it with. Even if I have to pull out another, like the silk vest as well, like a piece of clothing for each eye. That's just basically what I want to try to do.
You managed to ram it in there across both eyes, but it's not being affected by anything. It's not doing any good.
Oh no, it sees with its heart.
Shit! It's not working!
Is there anything else you'd like to do?
What bonus actions do I have? Hang on.
Flurry of blows on
You
your...
can still try to pummel its head off.
Am I still
I
allowed
was
to
gonna say-
attack, or was that all my actions?
Yeah, you can only do bonus action, I'm afraid.
Oh dear. In that case, I am going to. I'm going to use patient defense and use the dodge action as a bonus action, so it has disadvantage when it tries to hit me.
We're
Next
waiting on a nat 1 on it, so it
Next
hits
up.
itself.
Holly.
Oh no, it sees with its heart. I bet she actually says that in character.
Oh
So,
my god, that was such a
And,
good plan too.
it was a good plan.
It
I was gonna
was
suggest your bonus action should have. I was gonna suggest your bonus action should have been flurry of blows to like your own head, like why?
I have to land an attack to use Fury of Blows, unfortunately.
Yeah, but Holly heps the sword awkwardly and says, "Oh, not again," and does her best to take another swing at it. And I'm
Okay.
gonna try.
I think
Let's
Anarchy's
see
just out of the fight, yeah.
Yeah, there's not very much I can do.
Fair enough.
What happened to her?
She just seems to have frozen up.
Oh, okay.
Quote unquote, a wizard did it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or
Here's
it
my,
could be the fact that
internet.
she just noticed these two arrive. So, yeah, 15 does not hit.
Okay, and I only get the one attack, right?
Yeah. But you get
Okay,
bonus
so-
actions, so...
For a bonus action, does Holly, where she's facing, hear or notice the two things coming back out of the wall?
Roll perception check, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've heard something opening, but you don't know where that is.
Great. So then, the last thing she does as a bonus action is she yells out, "Encircle it!"
Next up, the Titan. It looks down at its feet.
Should be.
If it's looking through his eyes, all it sees is a goblin that's just clinging to its faceplate. Ah! Ah!
And it's... Squish, roll me initiative. Not initiative, insight, please.
Insight?
Oh, actually, that'll be perception. Sorry. Roll perception, sorry.
Perception. Sure, I can do that. I see brass.
Yeah, you're right up in its... I'm letting you have advantage on this because you're right up in its face. You notice something within its mind changing, and it turns, it swivels round, and looks towards Samael.
Uh-oh.
And before you can react, the crystal on its chest fires out a beam.
Oh, it couldn't hit me, so it went for Sam.
Yep, so if you can make a DC 15 check, please, Samael. Dexterity check.
30 saving throw. I don't want to look.
Yep, you would take two. You're going to take 10 radiant damage as a beam of concentrated solar energy slams into you.
And don't kobolds hate sunlight?
Yeah, sunlight sensitivity.
That just means I get disadvantage.
Doesn't really affect radiant damage.
Oh, fair enough.
Oh, I was like, oh
It's
no.
radiant, not. Okay.
And with that, it looks back to Jeremiah and tries to use its sword.
Beg for more.
Does 19 hit?
Why are you even asking?
You take 17 slashing damage.
Oof.
You're just making me more angry.
Next up is Luga. She quickly assesses the situation, notices the sentinels, and immediately makes a beeline for this one. Oh god, I didn't think I'd ever have to destroy one of these. Taking her longsword, she swings
And misses.
and misses. And
Oh,
she
no.
does not get... No, she only gets one attack. And yeah, that's all she can do. Daenerys is still concentrating on the Titan. So she's going to take a swing. 12... Advantage of 27, that hits. So that's... Let's see now. 6, 2, 8, 16... 19, 29... D6... 32. And that's all she can do. Next up's Midnight.
How big are the little ones?
About 6 foot tall.
Okay. Well, first off, breath doesn't recharge. Okay, I assume we're still going up, right? On the lift.
You've stopped. His lift
Okay.
stopped. You're at the top level.
And I assume there's no floor over here.
No, there's no floor.
In that case, Midi is going to basically dive bomb and try and shove it off the edge of the platform.
Give me a strength check.
Midi, no!
And I'm just gonna give him a check once I've got his sheet up again. I shouldn't have closed it.
I do that all the time. It's really annoying.
Hmm. That's the strength. Okay, that is... Just ignore whether that's put up because it's screwed up the details again.
It's a
Like,
strong
sometimes I have physical dice handy.
Yeah. For some reason, when I was entering the character sheet earlier, it decided not to set anything as NPC, so I did it manually, and now for some reason it's freaking out. That should sort it. Try again. Is that better?
It's working, but it's not better.
Nah, that's... Yeah, you kind of just slam into it, but it braces itself from the impact.
Okay.
Is there anything else you'd like to do?
I think. He still has his movement. So I'm going
Yes,
to...
he still has movement.
He had 25 feet. He had to do a diagonal dive, so that's about 30 feet. So I'd say he will use the rest of his movement to fly over the construct and over here.
Okay.
Also, Colin is going to flip his shit.
Why is Colin going to flip his shit?
Yeah, can I keep us hanging here, DerKork?
Because apparently the property people said, well, yeah, you gotta pay your rent.
Yeah. We'll see how that turns out.
So, I would be surprised if he flipped shit.
Okay, next up, Samael.
Alright. So... Could I... Would a perception check count as a bonus action?
Yes, I'll lay how as a bonus action.
Okay. Then
Actually,
I'm gonna...
it counts as free action, actually.
Okay. I'm gonna make a perception check to see if I could get a clear enough shot on that crystal that just shot at me.
Okay.
Thinking that's the power source.
Persuasion? You're telling it that it's handsome. It believes you.
Perception. Disadvantage, I'm afraid, because you've been blasted with sunlight. So, yeah, you can see the crystal, but you don't think you'd be able to get a good shot on it in your current state.
Then attack with spiritual weapon.
That misses, I'm afraid.
And try again with Sacred Flame. Oh, come on.
Okay, that's a dexterity.
Fail your dex save.
Yeah, your Sacred Flame hits straight through a crack in its armor, and it shudders and stops.
Oh. Let us try something important.
You deactivated it, but you still have to worry about the Sentinels. Next up, Jeremiah.
Well, that thing ain't moving. Making a beeline here,
Okay.
and using the Mass X.
Okay. That's a 13. Just give me a second to check. Get rid of Titans, so you don't need him anymore. That misses, I'm afraid. That definitely hits. So
Well, that's
19,
21.
21. You get a really good hit on this one.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you'd like to do?
No.
Okay, Blue's
Outside of limping.
Blue's gonna take a couple of swings at Dr. Luger. So that's 19. Yeah, they both hit. So that's
19.
19. Yep, that hits, sir.
Why
It
does
gets
it have advantage?
Oh right. Oh, never mind then.
It shouldn't have advantage. It should have rolled with absolute disadvantage.
Oh, in that case,
The first and the second. Yeah. Okay.
okay. Well, we'll go with we'll go with his natural mean. He doesn't do anything. He swings, but he kind of gets his sword stuck in the ground and can't quite get it out in time.
I thought it got it stuck in the chains.
Looks either way. Next up, Squish.
I think it's Squish has noticed this thing has stopped moving.
Yes, it's deactivated. You saw the lights in its eyes go out.
Ah, good job, guys. Squish looks down at the 30 feet, how high she is, and just kind of shrugs and jumps off.
Roll me an acrobatics check.
Nope, because I have a monk thing.
I was wondering if you could use that.
Snowfall! So I'll
Yeah.
roll acrobatics to see how well I do. So, acrobatics, whee!
Yep, you nail the landing.
Ah! Do a little combat roll.
Proper gymnastic style as well, with you know, like the T-pose.
We lost D again.
And
You still
then
have full movement, by the way.
Thump, 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 thump. And... Whoop.
Okay, yep, that definitely hits. That also hits.
Okay, and I can't do flurry
And-
blows because I already used my bonus action.
Okay. As you hit it, you basically punch it straight over the edge. Next up, Holly.
Oh, Snowfall doesn't use a keyboard. Sweet. For anyone who wants to know too, that's it.
There we are.
Just gonna say night Colin because he's apparently going to bed.
What do you know?
I have my ways.
Just looks of the Overwatch chat.
He just said it on the
Oh,
other
okay.
Discord.
Okay, just waiting on D. Wait, just wait. Yeah, D's connection issues again. You're probably all gonna kill me if I ever share what the Titan's stats are.
Nah, because of lockdown, I won't do that.
Let's just say
I
I've
would wait after that.
Let's just say it is a reskinned monster, but if I'd actually used this proper monster and hadn't edited it, yeah,
Everybody's dead, Dave.
yeah. Isn't your DM nice?
We're expecting an answer.
I'm sorry, I
really.
was distracted.
Isn't your DM nice?
Oh yes, very nice DM, sir.
Yes. We are going to kill you last. Sorry, wrong accent. We are going to kill you last.
I do look at the clouds music.
I mean, not everyone can afford custom music for their.
Hmm. Oh, I was lucky enough to have appeared in one of the games I got music from.
Yeah. I mean,
Say who that is.
testing.
I do not want to. Welcome back. I will not say who uses music from a game he's been in for his D&D sessions, because I do not want him to break into my house and throw foam pool noodles at me.
What did I miss?
Well, big thing dead. Red fallen off the cliff, the edge of the cliff, the platform. Blue's still up,
Yep.
And it's my turn.
and
Yeah.
it is your turn.
How did the big thing fall? Did it get pushed?
It
by
just
midnight?
deactivated.
No, the little one. I mean, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
look, yeah, she punched it over the edge.
Yeah, Squish pushed it
Yeah.
off.
Okay, and
Did
did we
Jeremiah
see
give it a good
how we
whacking?
see this?
I would say so, yeah, since you saw her drop
Holly
down
yells-
and like it.
Holly yells out, "Push the other one off!" and moves 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know what the red things are. Are they lights? Or
They're lights. They're lights set into the floor.
So I can walk
Yeah, you can
There.
walk on. Yeah.
Yes.
for 6.
You walk onto
and
the
then-
platform.
She's gonna try to push.
Roll me a strength check, please.
The cleric rolling a strength check. That's awesome. Okay, because you know burly clerics.
Hmm.
Hey,
I just have to do a strength check for the sentinel. Yeah. You send it careening into the abyss. And with that, Combat is over. that's just-
Just stopping the music altogether.
yeah,
Good
it's
job,
changed the
Liddy.
music. I know what I end up having to fight one of those.
Well,
Again, like,
check the big specimen for as long as you have. We don't have long.
Yeah.
And it's
Luca
just
takes
flying
a step
happily around.
forward. Investigation. I'm gonna say that's with advantage because she's seen foreclaimer war technology before, and she just goes, "We need to get moving very quickly. I don't know how long this thing's going to be out of commission, but I don't want to be back when it wakes up."
Well,
And God knows how long we have till the self-destruct goes off.
question is, silly question, but this thing is held onto by those chains, right? This platform.
No, it's been supported by like a rack and pinion system.
Ah, okay. I was hoping we could just cut the chains and it
No,
careening
it's-
down.
No, it can be called down if need be, but
Well, can we send it down with the thing on top?
no, there's no controls actually on the platform. It's like a cargo elevator. It's buttons at the top, buttons at the bottom, and that's
Well, we are at the top, so if we...
it'd be through this doorway here.
Well, in that case...
As you all, are you all going to leave or?
Oh
well,
yeah.
Yeah, the best thing is to leave.
We outie.
we
We
trying
outie
again.
Fantasy.
Hang on.
Can you all hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I've been talking, and so Holly, as the thing descended, she looked down as it fell and said, "Embrace your destiny if you've ever truly known life."
That's
The
not creepy.
as you make your way up out of the platform, you find yourself in what can only be described as an underground dock, and in the centre, and because I don't have a map ready for this yet, we'll have to just make it do with some artwork. You find a ship.
Before we do that, I did want to ask, Holly did want to look over the machine to see if there was anything special about it that she might, like something that comes off of it, or
Roll
or
investigation.
something. As she was passing by, she was giving it a look over very
Yeah,
closely.
Roll investigation. Sorry.
By the way, Jeremiah's out of range.
Can't really see anything that would be of any use you could take off it.
It's all integrated cogs.
A waste,
Yes.
a waste of time. And then she like keeps going, and then we're across
As
the ship.
you enter into the ship, you make your way. You're suddenly brought on board.
Step,
it's
step,
a-
step one: as soon as Jeremiah passes something that looks a little bit like a lever or a control console, he tries to send down the cargo lift.
You hear the gears whir, but not much happens.
Great.
Oh dear.
Break the chains.
That might not. That
It
might not
won't
help.
do anything.
Locked in place.
You may.
Does anyone need healing?
Let's first get on the ship and then we can talk about it. Move.
As you are. Where the hell did I put? One second, I need to grab some out of the archive if I can find it.
Uh-oh.
No, I cannot. Sorry about this. Thought I had it archived, but evidently I do not. Rather, I thought I had actually had it here, but yeah. So bear with me one moment, please.
Yeah, we can talk about healing when we're out here. Anyone know any good sea shanties?
No.
Okay, sorted it. Not what I was planning, but you find yourselves whisked into a strange room.
Totally not ominous.
I just need to change the music.
When did I step into Final Fantasy IV?
Gee, what are you eating? What are you doing?
Do I have to fight a train now?
That's 6.
No trains. As you look around, the room is filled with light. There is a doorway set into one of the walls, but it looks strangely small.
What sorcery is this?
I don't think this is sorcery.
Welcome.
The room is talking to me.
I heard it too.
I take it you would prefer a visual interface?
Acknowledged.
As you
Well, Jeremiah.
As you speak, you notice a translucent blue figure of a foreclaimer appear in the middle of the room.
Most noble. Do you have a name?
My name is Ark.
What do you do here, Ark?
I am.
Do you know us?
He tilts his head a little, looks over each of you carefully. Species known as tiefling. Another, a human. Drow. He basically just goes through the entire party.
As well as a bag of potatoes.
Yes. I take,
Resistance is futile. I'm joking.
I take it that you are the ones responsible for activating.
That is correct.
I didn't touch the shiny. I didn't do it this time.
Would that be good or bad?
It is good. I must admit my... How shall I put it delicately?
Rest?
Not rest, more my body. Has not been active for a very long time indeed.
So you have been resting. Waiting.
Yes.
We're
The
travelers trying to learn about this place.
Well, this ship is merely my body. You are currently within me, so Therefore, I'd like to think you as my guests.
Good,
Thank
because
you
we are
for
not
having us.
hostile.
Yes, I have reason to believe your intentions are not negative, considering you have some of our blank crystals with you. So
Why
tell
did you
me,
address us then?
it was impolite not to at least
Thank
introduce
you for your
myself.
politeness.
And thank you for hosting us.
Incidentally, do you have a course you would like me to set?
I have no idea how one would set a course. And he looks over to Holly and Anarchy.
At this point, he brings up a map of a local area.
I presume it's glowing blue.
Yes, it's
It's a
basically
holographic
This is
map.
amazing.
basically,
This is
yeah.
amazing. Are you
One second, I'll
alive?
put you on the actual world map so you can see where we can go.
This is amazing. Are you alive?
I am, in a sense, alive.
Are you the only one?
Yes. The creators utilized artificial souls to power us. Or
Does
at least
that
power
hurt?
our... I cannot say for certain. I do not know what this pain is.
Then I'm going to presume not.
Let's just say that I have yet to find reason to be dissatisfied with my condition.
Holly looks at the others and says, very, very quietly to them, should we introduce ourselves?
I think it is only polite. My name is
And-
Jeremiah Underman. It is a pleasure to be aboard. You.
Jeremiah was giving them the chance to decide for themselves. The rest.
I can introduce myself. What the others do is their decision. Mine.
And then Holly gestures to Samael and the rest.
And I'm your new captain. Very well,
Technically,
miss.
yes. Holly, what was it? Say, go ahead.
It was Anarchy, yeah. Very well. I shall acknowledge you as the mistress of this vessel, Miss Anarchy.
This can
And,
only end well.
We trust our noble captain. Anarchy, where do you think we should go? Where do you think we're headed? What's our destination on
Well,
this
were we
map?
supposed to take these crystals back to those guys underground?
Then we should return there. Do you want me to help you plot a course, or do you want to do it yourself?
It would be helpful. I do not know where this underground location you speak of is.
And so, since I don't actually know the technical terms for navigation, I would assume that it's safe to just parse it as saying that looking to the others to make sure there's no objection, and if no one objects, working with Anarchy to show the arc where the course is supposed to go.
Right. Ark looks carefully, analyzes where you point on the map to him. Very well, we shall follow the course you have laid out.
Well, that was me. I have obviously no right to say anything about the...
And I'm
It is
Holly
alright.
Featherlight. And I am Holly Featherlight.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Featherlight. As you talk, you see that on the map, an icon is moving, following the course, until eventually it stops. I fear we may have a bit of an incident outside.
An incident?
Yes, a wooden vessel appears to be pursuing us and attempting to board us.
Oh, he's not given up, has he?
Do you
Do you
have
wish-
defensive countermeasures?
I do. Do you wish me to place you upon their vessel?
Might that not be the captain we came with? Maybe we should look at the boat before we blow it up.
That's
Yes.
my thinking too. I wanted to know if this ship could defend itself if necessary. And then she like suddenly realizes that the Ark might have interpreted that wrong. It was like, "Don't attack now."
Can you identify the other vessel?
Ark brings up a display showing you a decently kept, fairly heavily armed vessel. Certainly not the one that Falcrum was on.
But is it the vessel we were on?
It is not the Ravager, no.
Do we recognize the flag?
You recognise the flag similar to Falcrin's, but not exactly the same.
Oh dear. Can I do a history check to see if I've seen it in times of war?
You can.
Okay.
You don't recognise a flag, but you know that pirates who work for other pirates tend to take part of their flag into their own design.
Now, could this be a pirate on retainer? She says pirates, but could this be a pirate on retainer? Do you think we should? She looks at the others and says, "Do you think we should address the vessel?" Hello? Hello?
There.
We hear you.
That
Okay.
is a,
We
that's
should
a
at least,
good point.
perhaps we should at least hail them.
I believe it would be best. I am not sure how I would communicate with them, to be perfectly honest.
Now you said put us on the ship.
Hey! Who are you
How
guys?
do you mean doing that?
The same way I brought you on board.
Oh.
They'll teleport us over there.
Yes, I shall do so.
Can you bring us back at a certain time?
I can bring you back whenever is necessary.
How do I ask you to bring me back?
For now, I shall be watching. If I need to bring you back, I shall do so.
And she looks at the others and says, I should go.
I will go with you.
Yes. You come along, Jeremiah. The rest of you should stay here. There's no reason to endanger anyone, especially if we can come back with the help of the Ark. Thank you, Ark.
I believe it's safe for you all to go.
You can teleport all of us?
Of course.
Well, I wouldn't want the mistress of this ship to
Very
get
well.
into danger.
Captain Anarchy shall remain. The rest of you, I shall transport over.
Keep an eye on things, Anarchy.
I will.
We're putting the whole of our trust in your hands.
Okay.
Okay.
You all,
And don't
You-
play with the cannons, dear.
you all feel the same strange sensation as you suddenly appear, not in a flash of light, but in a gentle sort of fade in effect. I just need to get rid of Anarchy. Gentle fade in effect on the deck of the ship.
Ah, Anarchy fell overboard. Ah.
And that ends your adventure.
Isn't it good that I got Anarchy out of this situation?
Yes.
I would like you all to roll perception checks.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Goblins.
Oh. Friendly goblins, I'm sure.
Yeah, you suddenly notice a large number of goblins on this ship. All of them have cutlasses ready at the ready.
Hold up, we can talk this through.
I
think-
bet you can.
I represent our ship. My name is Holly Featherlight.
Oh,
We mean you
really?
no harm.
She says she means us no harm, lads.
Well, we kind of have a dragon.
I would like anyone to roll perception to see if we can see where this voice is coming from.
Would mine that 20 of earlier matched it, or do you want a new one?
Yeah. No, Squish, you know instantly that it's this goblin who's now stood on the rail, looking down at you all, who is speaking.
And Holly does a little curtsy and says, well met.
So, what makes you think, matey, that you can parley with Captain Littlegreen?
Captain Littlegreen? I've heard of you.
Of course you've heard of me,
She's
darling.
lying. She's lying.
Of course you've heard of me, darling. I'm one of the best pirates in the court.
We have nothing. We are humble travelers. We have nothing for you to take.
Really? Because
So-
that fancy
Sorry,
tub you're floating around in's rather nice.
Unfortunately, we don't control it. It controls us.
Little Green jumps down and starts examining you.
Holly lifts her arms okay, go ahead.
Interesting. Very interesting.
We are
She's
known to
slowly-
the court.
Oh, really? And what business do you have with the court?
Well, we have
We're
been...
trying to. And Holly interrupts and says, "We're at the whim of that ship."
I see. That still doesn't explain what business you have with the court.
And then she looks to Jeremiah "Okay, you said that. Go for it."
Well, we have a business relationship.
Business relationship. Got any proof of that?
Well,
Haraga brings her head, or not Haraga. Holly brings her head, her fingers to her temple, "Oh God."
Because I happened to notice that little butter knife you got on your hip, love.
To who? Butter knife to who?
To Holly.
Oh, okay.
How
Yes.
is Asian these days?
oh, he's a little restless.
Oh, that's what happens when you put genies in swords.
And now the curse is laid upon me.
Curse.
Oh,
Why do you think I have this? I am a cleric of the Raven Queen. I don't use swords, and yet here I am.
I'd hardly call finding an extremely valuable magical sword a curse.
Trust me when I say you do not want the burden that this creates.
Darling, the man who owned that sword told me everything.
Maybe it works different on a tiefling.
Yes, well, Falcrin was a dear, dear mentor to me, but if you relieved him of his life yet again, for now, I see no harm in letting you have it. What I'm interested in is what else you might have found on his late vessel.
Holly holds up the sword innocently, and not holds it up, but wraps her hand around it and says, "Then it isn't cursed."
No, it's not cursed, just that genie was too bloody stupid to let his own daughter banish him.
Well,
It's very loud and troublesome. She like puts her hands to her temple and goes, "Ugh. Thank you. I thought I was cursed.
No, it's not a
I'm
curse.
so happy now."
Anyway, as I was saying, you went on board the Predator, didn't you? I want to know if you found anything of interest to me.
well, what would be of interest to you?
Ugh.
There was lots of skeletons.
Lots of
Yeah.
skeletons and moldering books.
Yeah,
And that's
I'm
pretty
aware
much
of
what we
that.
found. And I think there were weren't there some coins, a couple of coins?
Yeah, and I want to know. She flicks her fingers, and you notice several of the goblins all aiming hand bows at you all. If you found a certain coin.
I have no idea what
No
you're referring to.
She shakes Holly shakes her head and says, "There wasn't much. And what was there was nothing specific. We used it to get some clothes."
My dear, if you'd found the coin I'm looking for, you would be hanging right now. If you used it in a pool.
Then it must not have been there because what we found we used for clothes.
Little green indicates with the hand the size of the coin. I'm hoping you found that coin.
What?
I'm hoping you found that coin.
We did not.
Because
I mean, not the one you're describing, that's for sure.
I will not be happy if you lied to me because that coin is mine by right.
Is it something you're looking for?
The coin of the Cove's court is a symbol of office. It's a sign that we can be trusted to each other. And I'm the only one who's not got one. Because Valkyrie took it to his grave.
So it belongs... So you're out here right now looking for that ship, looking for that coin?
Precisely.
And it belongs to you, and it was... And you had it... It was stolen.
It wasn't stolen, I just wasn't able to get it off his corpse before Makepeace decided to throw him on a bonfire.
Ugh, Makepeace.
So how does your succession of work anyway?
Basically, I have the rights to call myself a captain of the court, but I'd really like to have Falcon's coin.
I did not ask you that you have the right, I understand you do. I want to know how succession works. So what exactly gives you the right to that coin? If we come across it at any time.
Falcon was like a father to me. He taught me everything. When he found me, I was just a little scrap, basically. He taught me everything, how to speak common, how to sail, how to be a pirate. Put simply, if you got it, you're basically denying a daughter her father's inheritance.
Inside check. The inside check because
She's
obviously
telling the truth. This coin is of sentimental value to her as well as
Squish
the actual.
Glances over her shoulder at Jeremiah and just kind of shrugs.
Squish, I'd like you to roll a history check.
History. What
Holly
random
keeps
knowledge
looking at the
has
sword. Holly
Squish
keeps looking
observed?
at the sword, saying, "So you're not cursed?"
No, I'm not cursed. I told you I wasn't cursed.
Oh, was that for everyone could hear it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Squish, you know this goblin.
I didn't believe you.
Do I?
Yes, you know her for a very long time ago.
how does Squish know this person?
Well, where is Squish from? What is Squish's history?
Squish is from a feral goblin band.
Well, are you certain they're that feral?
But is that where she recognizes it from?
Yes.
In what context? Like, actual family member or just part of the tribe?
Yes, you recognize this as a family member.
Oh God.
It's your cousin.
Little Green is kind of pontificating, generally trying to play the whole pirate captain routine. And she's just looking for you all. She's not really paying attention.
Squish will just step forward. Just kind of narrow their eyes.
Little Green looks at you, and her eyes narrow as well. It's almost like Squish is looking into a mirror.
Great.
You totally stole that squirrel.
What? No. You are kidding. You!
Yes, me.
Oh my god. What happened to you?
You said there was a squirrel. I've been looking for the squirrel.
Yeah, how the heck? What? What? I mean, oh my god. Bloody hell.
Squish is just gonna immediately start looking around at the other goblins to see if she recognizes any of them as well.
Is the squirrel here?
Roll perception.
You've been hiding it all this time.
Yeah, you don't recognise any of the other goblins. You just recognise Little Green.
So was this you ran off and got all fancy? Was Mom pissed that you lost your little sister?
Well, she was a little bit, yes. She tried biting my face off. But I just ended up here after, well, you know that place with all the barrels?
Blink, blink. Yes.
Well, I kind of got in one of those, floated out to sea, and Falcon found me.
Yeah, it
Holly
seems
looks very
legit.
troubled and says, "Squish,
Yeah.
would you like to introduce us more properly?"
Oh, this is my older sister. She's the reason I got lost in the woods.
You can call me you.
That's going to be confusing.
Well, it started with, well, I assume you saw Mr. Locke, the bugbear.
Yeah, and Jeremiah just pulled out the Mustax. You can say that.
We used to,
Oh,
when I was sort of being raised by Falcon, they always used to get my attention by saying, "Oi, you, Little Green." So it kind of stuck.
Yeah, that kind of happened with me too.
So what name are you going by then?
Squish.
That's a fair name.
This is my son, Midnight. And just pats the dragon.
I'm not even going to question how you managed to get hold of a baby dragon, but nice to meet you, Midnight.
Oh, I still think that squeak is adorable. Okay.
Right, well...
Are you sorry for lying about the squirrel?
Yes, I'm sorry for lying about the squirrel.
Okay. Squish immediately reaches under her pouch and brings out the coin.
Oh, thanks, little sister. Little Green puts the coin into a jacket. Says, right, well, does anyone fancy a drink?
You have to understand. Holly just says you have to understand that if there's a phantom galleon and someone comes looking for a coin, it could be the key to something. It could be something significant.
Oh no, it's nothing like that. Just these coins are, like I said, they're sort of a seal of office.
So you understand why I would be protective of it, especially considering who I work for.
Oh yeah, yes, I see what you mean, but like I said, it's
I
well.
apologize for the deception.
Oh no, don't worry about it. I mean, well, we're all coves here, ain't we? But seriously,
Speaking of, do you want to tell the guys to put the crossbows away?
That would
oh
be
yeah,
nice.
lads, sheave them. As she says that, the goblins just go back to what they were doing before, just kind of making sure the ship runs okay. So, I'm guessing that Falcon didn't exactly give you his weapons.
We tried to negotiate, but it didn't exactly work.
Right.
He got a
And,
little
hard
bit
at it.
pissy.
right, so you basically killed him and stole them.
Well,
To be fair, he tried to kill us.
we defended ourselves and then relieved him of his arms.
I
Well,
have
not
this.
his arms, but
Holly-
his weaponry.
Holly
Okay.
pats the sword and says, I have this and no deception. It's because I made a promise.
Okay, so I'm gonna need you all to tell me exactly what happened.
And at that point, I think Holly would relate the story and be very careful to point out that she tried really, really hard as a representative of the Raven Queen to respect the journey of the dead, but it ended
Yeah.
up being all for naught, and
Yeah,
that she made a promise to help the aforementioned genie in the sword.
Yeah, you see, thing is, sending Makepeace out to a fool's death in that marsh wasn't the smartest move when it comes to
That
leaving a
wasn't
revenue.
going to be my idea, I have to confess. I was gonna try to bring them together and settle things amicably so
That
that he could
would've-
rise.
No, he would have just ended up using Makepeace's fat, bloated intestines to make balloon animals.
I can be persuasive.
To be fair,
No,
I think we
trust
kind
me.
of screwed over Makepeace as well.
Trust me, revenants can't be reasoned with.
Well,
I
he
know,
seemed rather
but I
reasonable.
always
2 points.
I know, but I always try.
Well, I'll probably have to go and consult with the court over this. Because if Makepeace is already dead, then we don't exactly want an angry undead pirate roaming the Maelstrom Island.
Well, if Makepeace is dead, doesn't that kind of break his thing for revenge?
But no,
Not if
because
he's the one who wants to do it.
exactly, sis. Because he's been denied his vengeance, he's just going to be looking for revenge on whoever stole his weapon.
Think of it this way, Squish. If I were to perish the thought, become a revenant, and my stated goal was to read a special book, and you burn the book, I wouldn't simply say, "Oh well, I guess that's all done then."
Nah, she comes screaming at you out the gates of hell, love. And that's what revenants do.
Ah,
I know I will never be a revenant, and I'm thankful for that.
Well, anyway, let's have a bit of a quick drink, and I need to get in contact with the king of the court.
How did you know we were here?
Well, I kind of saw your ship just suddenly appear out of thin air, so
Coincidence.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it's a rather unusual paint we've used.
Well, either way, I advise you go and go about your business, but first, just a little drink for our time, Aces.
yeah, I think so.
Little Green takes you all into her cabin, pulls out a bit of rum, and you spend about an hour or so just chatting, catching up.
Holly remains curiously silent through most of it.
Squish is confused that her sister got a better education from a bunch of pirates than she did from a monastery.
Life is unfair sometimes.
To be fair, the monastery just treated Squish like a cat.
Yeah. And I think
Pirates.
that might be a good place to leave it for this week.
Sounds like it.
Yep.
So, play the game.
Samael
I think
shutting
the,
down the golem.
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah,
going
that's
to
pretty
say.
good.
Samael zap in the golem.
Fail of the
Yeah.
week.
Probably Squish covering its eyes just to realize that the eyes were just aesthetic.
Any thoughts, theories, ideas?
The goggles, they do nothing.
Squish did fuck all to that golem.
Holly
To be
swung
fair,
at it.
kind of so did Jeremiah.
I'm trying to figure out how Holly was taking swings at a giant golem in front of her and missing. She was literally like not used to. I'm playing it like she
It
was not
wasn't
used to
missing.
swinging a sword.
It wasn't missing, it was more that swinging the sword just wasn't. You weren't quite getting it right to do any damage.
Glancing at the armor.
You were hitting it with the broadside of the sword instead of the edge.
Don't worry, everyone. I'll figure it out.
And I think that's it, really. So, going down the list, it's a good night from Cork,
Good night.
a good night from Icy,
Good night, everyone.
a good night from Jurnis,
Good night.
and a good night from D.
Do make sure to wash your hands thoroughly for 20 seconds. If it helps, think of a song.
And
Yeah,
it's a good...
but don't use the ninth of Beethoven because that can sound creepy.
Mm.
Squish will
And
lick
this-
every door handle.
and,
This is how Squish got coronavirus.
and it's a good night from me. Good night.
Good night, everybody.